Alright now, hello everybody, it's me, Hunter, and here I am once again this is another WowWee video, but here I am back at it again, bringing you another WowWee video. So, if you guys actually saw the previous video, you might be wondering why I ended off on such an abrupt start. Well, we were actually going to go to, we were going to make 3 parts to this video, where I would be going to Walmart, like I said, to try to find a 2TB SD card, and I want to try finding a 6-volt DC, AC to DC adapter. And also we went to Target, and we were actually going to go, my point is that we were going to film at those places, but my parents didn't want to, because, it was super crowded, and they don't like me doing videos. Well, they really don't like me doing videos in general. They just don't like me doing videos in very crowded areas. So that's why we didn't do it. And same with Twice as Nice. We were actually going to go there, but we didn't. And if you're wondering if I bought that 2014 Hess Toy Truck Space Cruiser with Scout, well, no, I did not. I didn't buy it. But that's okay. I mean, because that Twice as Nice, like I said, it was the same place that we got the Tribot and Megabyte Cyberdog version 1.0. So I don't think they were going to have any other WowWee things. That was just the last resort. If they didn't actually have WowWee robots, then I was just going to get that one. But I honestly want to go to the Foundry and get the brand new in-box one. Because the thing about the one that's at the Twice Nice is the wheels are actually missing. They have removable rubber wheels, and they were lost. They didn't have them. Because, of course, it was a hand-me-down. It was probably trashed up by a bunch of people. But also the fact that Hess Toy Truck looks brand new in the freaking box. So, I don't know if it's, brand new for when they got it at this, back in 2014. They still had it where you can actually go to the gas station and, buy them. I mean, of course, that's a tradition. But as of 2015, they actually don't, they don't actually have Hess trucks, or they don't actually have Hess gas stations anymore. Like I said, now they have to, if you want to buy a Hess truck, you're going to have to buy it online, which, it's kind of ridiculous and kind of a disappointment, because basically going to the store, I remember all the time going to the Hess trucks, the Hess gas stations and getting the trucks. Of course, I already told you that there was other Hess trucks. Well, they were just branded with different, there was Wilco, there was Suncoast, there was, or that Suncuss, the Suncuss, the freaking, or Sunkist, or not, that's a Japanese place, but Circle, a bunch of other gas station brands for their trucks. But basically, Hess Truck was the originator of doing the annual holiday trucks, and they just, the other places just did they just copycat with each other, or they copied off, they just took the Hess trucks, but just rebranded to their own place. And eventually, but the one thing that was actually at the, like I said, they had the 2006 Hess Toy Truck and Helicopter, modern helicopter. They had the 2004 40th anniversary SUV with the motorcycles. Well, it was mostly just the SUV and not the motorcycles, or the Harley ones. And then they had the 2013 Hess Toy, the one I had. Or like I said, I only have the tractor. I got rid of the truck in the box. Okay, I told you that I only have the tractor, and that's it. I don't have the truck anymore. And I told you that there was going to be an unreleased video that I was going to be making of the Stunt Devil, making all the robots go up these ramps, like what I did in there in my bedroom. But that video came unreleased. But now I might actually do that, because I have the 2017 Hess dump truck, and the excavator does have freaking movable treads, so I might as well try it with that one, but it's not the same without the tractor. So yeah, those are the trucks that they had. But yeah, but I'm afraid that if that has to, oh yeah. So yeah, my point is that they don't sell the Hess trucks in stores anymore. But the other truck they actually had they also had a Speedway truck. They actually had a Speedway dump truck, like the gas station. That's mostly what all of the Hess stores, Hess gas stations in our area converted into speedways, which is pretty cool. So, yeah. So, like I said, pretty much getting the trucks at the store is basically a tradition. But now they don't do it anymore, because they're not really into, that explains why they don't have Hess gas station on their their trucks. They, like I said, they do ocean exploration, as evidenced by well, not really new because it's old now, it's a year ago, but the 2023 Hess Collector's Edition Ocean Explorer toy truck. It's evidenced by they've made that. And of course, I saw the video of Pixar Prime 10 that he made when it came out, but I didn't care about Hess anymore, so it was just nothing to me. And, well, I didn't buy it, but now I kind of, I just, like I said, I'm afraid that I'm going to get so into Hess that it's going to shy away from WowWee, because I'm still fucking dedicated to this shit. The only reason why I went to Hess, that's the 2014 Hess toy truck, Space Cruiser with the Scout, is actually the 50th anniversary truck. And and also, they just recently actually made the 2024, it's either the fire truck or the police cruiser. Not the space cruiser, or the shuttle, or the jet, the F-22 Raptor, or the 2010 Hess toy truck and jet, or fighter jet, was actually the first, they said in the bio that it was actually the first ever Hess truck with a jet in it to join the fleet. Since we've had a bunch of helicopters and, like they have one in 1995, we had one in 2001, the accessory one that you saw at the store, and then we had one in 2001, then we had one in 2012, and then we had one in the new 2023, and then we also had one in 2006. And there's a bunch of other ones that came out. So yeah, that's the whole thing. So yeah, that's what I wanted. Wait, hold on. So yeah, that's all I wanted to mention. So anyway, so that's what I wanted to do for this video. And as for the 2TB SD card, that whole situation, they didn't have any at the Walmart. So we just left empty-handed. Like I said, I hate leaving stores. I hate leaving places empty-handed, or like Jacksonville. I need to have something in my hands. I can't just leave Jacksonville without anything. But my parents said that they hate leaving stores without anything, but they just have to deal with it, and life's full of disappointments. Yeah, but whatever. I pestered my parents to buy me that space cruiser, but they still said no, because that's the thing with my parents. They just need to learn to say no, since they just, say yes all the time. I know, they sound like terrible, but shut up. But, I'm acting like a dickhead right now, but, so no, we didn't buy the 2TB SD card because they didn't have them in stock, and if they did, then they probably would have been way too expensive. But at Target, we actually stopped at Target, they did actually have memory drives, what my parents have been telling me to get, but they were like $25 a pop, so, they didn't have it in terabytes, so all they had was just it was a 256 gigabyte memory drive. Which, let me just, I'm actually doing a file transfer on one of my videos, and it's done right now, so. Yeah, how much space, let me just close it down. How much space do I have on all my videos? It's 288 gigabytes. Yeah, so that would have, so I really need, the maximum, the entire capacity that I can actually get is a 128 terabyte SD card. So I think I think that's probably proof. I probably need to get rid of some of those pictures I took on REC Media's VGA colored camera. Probably need to get rid of some of those, but I want to keep them. Even though now I'm more focused on videos. And, but the thing is that this SD card converter that we actually got with the 16 gigabyte SD card right here, look. Yeah, see? This one only does micro SD HC, and micro SD XC. And the other ones are like a totally different one. So this one actually fit on here. So I didn't even buy those. But now what we're actually, so they didn't have anything near us. I mean, they did have one at Best Buy, but like I said, it was like $145. So we weren't going to buy that. And plus, it probably wasn't even going to work anyways. That's for a 2TB SD card. And I already told you that we were going to buy online, but even online didn't have them for cheap. They were like literally $200. So do I look like I want to spend that much money on an SD card? No, so we didn't. But yeah, so now what I'm focused on is on trying to find a 6-volt SD card, or 6-volt AC to DC adapter, which they also had, but it was actually a charger for a computer. So I don't know if that's the type. it was more of a charger, which I already told you that's one of the things I wish RS Media could actually do, was actually to be able to charge rechargeable batteries, from the robot, from the DC adapter, instead of having to put it back in the dock, but they didn't do that. So you're going to just have to put them in the dock. And plus, yeah, because the reason why I want to do that is I want to see if you can actually walk with the 6-volt adapter. Because I actually heard like that, and if I actually eventually get the chimpanzee head, the WowWee Live chimpanzee head, well, that's not a guarantee. It's just made. And also, I want another AC to DC adapter, so I can actually use both RS Media and Mr. Personality together without them moving. But the AC to DC adapter I'm actually getting is actually a converter. It's actually the one that RS Media's lives one actually had. It was that converter where it had the little key where you can actually switch it to different voltage, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna get that one, and it's not a bad price. It's only like, I can actually show you the listing of it. So now that's what I'm focused on, and maybe another So that's what we're getting. Because if you're wondering why I'm doing that, it's basically I want to see if RS, like I said, I already told you that's 1 volt to, that's the amount, that's the lowest it can go, to 6 volts. RS Media and Mr. Personality, well, not really Mr. Personality, because then it's just going to be like that iFish, where it's just going to tangle itself up. So that's stupid, and it's better just with batteries. But they say it's, they give you power right out of the wall, and agree this one way, GC adapter is pretty cool, Maxie. Just, name of the shit that some jackass fucking jerks off to, but that's what he says in the second, not the gritty, it's not your fault, Max. That is the one that's messed up, the corrupted one, which we did an entire video of. And I'm eventually gonna still do a video on Mr. Personality, because I want to show you the origin story, which I could actually do that, but I want to focus, I just really wish this was a live stream, so I can actually tell you what you guys want. Even though that there's gonna be fucking, fuck you, kill yourself, put a gun to your mouth, put a gun to your head, kill yourself, cut yourself, hang yourself, fucking stab your throat, just everything. So I don't want that shit happening. And plus, I already told you that somebody on my previous channel actually gave me a hate mail, or an email saying that I was acting like a 5-year-old. With the singing, those fucking things. Playing with dolls will do any interpretive videos. Which was probably the same guy who got angry at me and said that my YouTube channel sucks, all because I was being mean to a certain person at school. Which we don't talk about that, but I'm pretty sure I don't even think it was because I was being mean to him. I think it's just because I've done something in my videos that was so inappropriate that he got offended. But it probably was, because he probably saw me outside when we at dismissal and being mean to him. So, but we don't talk about that. So, So, we could actually, I did show you, I did actually use Mr. Personality for a brief time to actually make the thumbnail to my video, which I kind of need to do it again because it kind of was crap, but I guess, we haven't used Mr. Personality in a while. I guess we can maybe use him. I don't know what to do, but here. That's my point. But I want to wait on that. Because the thing about RS Media and Mr. Personality is, I actually use Mr. Personality with a 12-volt. That's the maximum capacity you can actually have for a DC adapter. And I think that's the reason also, it has severe battery depletion, but I think that's also, that probably just, stabbed, hurt, that probably killed the battery even more. But like I said, that was the thing with the 9th RS Media and why I wasn't powering on from the UK that Jordan recently got, where he was asking the seller, did you overpower this with an adapter? And he said no, but like I said, the first generation one, so it actually had a wire that was from the subwoofer that didn't even look like it connected to anything, and it looked like the previous, they said that they didn't tamper it, so they didn't know if it was like that, if that's thing the first generation ones have, because all the other ones he has doesn't do that. Or Jordan did it, which he didn't do that. He would have got it out of the box and it didn't work, and then he opened it up. And then, of course, he tried swapping different circuit boards with it, but then, the eyes didn't work on it right now. His ears don't work. Nothing in his head works. He's dead. But, of course, like I said, that was the 3rd RS Media. Like I already told you, that's the one that's been moving slow for a couple of years. So, it was about time that it would get to a point where it would actually fry out. Which, like I said, we could actually do a video of that 40-minute RS Media rant, but I want to wait till another time to do that. Like I said, I maybe could do it, but I want to focus, I don't want to talk negative, because he's really talking shit about RS Media, so I don't want to talk about that. Well, it's mostly just the ear problem, the low battery warning, and how the PC software, or WowWee, claims that he has 200 to 250 voice files that he has, but only 150 sound files really stand out. Someone at WowWee didn't make him say, like affirmative, number 3, the second grab function, and the speech at the end of his dance. Those are the things that he didn't make him say. So yeah, I mean, we could actually do a video on Mr. I keep on saying Mr. Personality, but what do you guys want? Well, let's see if I can actually do it. Because like I said, that's what I mostly like to say. I mostly like to talk about these robots before I actually show you them. Like, before I actually, yeah, I think we should actually do a video on Mr. Personality, probably. Just so I can get it over with. No, because I was actually talking about that, Dad, if we actually go up to Pennsylvania, Dad's actually thinking about keeping me in the, like, he's going to go to a motorcycle rally, so he's wondering if I'm not old enough to sit in the motorcycle, so, and I don't even have my driver's license, which he says I could be a good driver, and plus, I don't drive as crazy as I used to. I used to, like, smash into stuff and break shit on the video games, which I don't even do that anymore. I'm a better person because of obvious reasons. So, and yeah, I didn't even have my motorcycle, any of my driver's license. So, and plus, probably from me crashing into stuff and, you know, jumping off of bridges and pushing, like, having the AI generated cars, like, trying to shove them off the bridge. That was fucking messed up, I know, but. And then literally taking fucking screenshots and literally documenting that I'm actually doing these things. So, if the cops were to see them, like, in my junk drawer or anything, then they were probably like, I'm witness, they're got me in 4K or whatever resolution that the camera actually is doing it. So I'm basically I'm making the cops have a really easy job, just, you know, pinpointing everything. I'm literally just documenting my crimes, or I think there's a word for that. Like, hold on, let me see that real quick. Here, let me just use the voice recognition technology. So, well, this doesn't have a home page. I already told you it's a blank screen because I already got all of the thumbnails, the tabs away. So, what do you... Here. That documents... Or like a journalist. Or it's like a documents their own crimes. Which is probably going to get me on a watch list, but here. Just tell me the frickin' accessory. A person that helps someone else commit a crime, either but if accomplished. Anyone who's knowledgeable and voluntary participants with others. Okay. That's probably going to get me on the watch list. But anyways. No, so he was thinking of just having me stay at the casino at the Pennsylvania, which kind of reminded me of how the whole, the Mr. Personality origin story took place in Las Vegas. And I would explain everything, but I'll have him explain it because I don't like recite the entire story anymore. But yeah. So that's about it. I do have Mom's phone, so I can actually show, well, I think the file transfer is done. Let's see. Yeah, let me just see it real quick. I'm gonna get any SpongeBob shit, but here. And wait, what? Oh, this is Mom's phone. That's right. Wait, did the file transfer be a success? No, wait. Let me see this real quick. I think there's probably not enough space on the phone. Wait, did it actually save? Or am I not allowed to have two things going on? Here. As the next... Yeah, let me just check this real quick. I'm sorry, I gotta stop this real quick. And yep, it's okay. It's the next video, so I'm gonna upload this right now. Here, I would just here, hold on. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering, the 13th part of my Why Robo Sapien related videos actually is taken up by Joe Biden. Because if you're wondering what happened to the other video, yeah, I got copyright claimed again. So I just didn't even I didn't even upload it. So yeah. And I already told you that once, if somebody just gets copyright, if a video just gets copyright claimed, I don't even upload it. So, and I don't want my videos getting taken down. And I thought for a second, I actually wasn't able to actually delete videos, but there was just a bunch of settings that was just resulting in me, like automatically thinking that I'm not allowed to delete it. But I just had to scroll down a little bit just to see. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here, I'm just uploading this real quick. Sorry about that. I know it's probably like, wow, it's so fucking nice when you don't have to talk. Here. Here, this. Here's all. There, let's upload it. There, I just uploaded. Okay, good. So now I'm going to give this phone back since I'm done with it. Which does probably be a copyright claimed as well, but I didn't feature anything that was by Common Fox related. So I just got to go downstairs real quick. Yeah, I'm doing exactly that. Wait, I have the phone, so here, I got to do something real quick. I want to show you the listing or the 6-volt adapter that I'm buying. Oh, wait, look, the Big Bang Theory's on, so I might as well show you that real quick. But, here, hold on. Here, so here's the 6-volt. Here's the Soul Blade 12-watt universal multi-voltage AC to DC adapter, switching power supply with 8 selectable adapter plugs, suitable for 3 to 12-volt devices. So here it is. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting so far. And, oh, but the 2 terabyte SD card I was actually looking for is about $195. So, yeah, that's ridiculous. I'm not buying that. But the thing about RS Media just needs a full-fledged SD card. It's like I said, RS Media has about 11 to 42 megabytes of internal storage. And Mr. Personality has 64 megabytes of internal storage. But like I said, on the SD card, he has about 88 to 968 megabytes of storage. Or gigabytes. 968 megabytes of storage. And I can hold up to a 1 gigabyte SD card. So the reason why it can't work on a micro SD card converter, a micro SD, a micro SD to SD card converter. Oh, I'm putting it in the wrong way, right? Yeah, I'm putting it in the wrong way. A micro SD card to SD card converter, or micro SD micro SDHC, is because they has a hard time actually understanding, detecting it. Like I said, RS Media has a hard time identifying the DC adapter, the power switch, the brain batteries, the AA batteries, and the SD card and the USB cable and the auxiliary cable. Like I said, says he's so packed with technology that is bound for him to not be able to detect anything. And of course, he's a very slow processor inside of it. And of course, it's like the PC. Oh, there's something else about the PC software I forgot to mention, but oh yeah, that's another thing. I already told you that Mac, if you actually plug in the robot with the USB cable onto a Mac computer, I already told you that on the RS Media or Mr. Personality, like I said, it's Windows 2000, Windows XP, and Windows Vista. Anything with the Intel, well, it's mostly Windows XP and Windows Vista, but some people say it's Windows 2000. Like I said, anything with the Intel Pentium 4 processor, 512 megabytes of RAM, internet connectivity, and USB connectivity, and internet connectivity. But then for Mac users, it's Mac OS X and greater. So if you're a Mac user, you can actually use an update, a newer version. Well, it doesn't say specifically. Well, that was the operating system that was current at the time. So it doesn't. I don't know if it still works on newer computers. Which we're not a Mac user. We're Windows, or PC user. But on Windows or PC, you would have to literally buy an older. Like it still works on newer computers. It's just it doesn't have and in any Intel Pentium 4 processor and 512 megabytes of RAM. And it does have internet connectivity and USB connectivity, so that really qualifies. It doesn't have the megabyte processor and megabyte RAM. Intel Pentium 4 processor, 512 megabytes of internal RAM. But the other thing I forgot to mention is that basically you can do it either way. I already told you that basically it's better to program it with the SD card and do anything, taking exporting stuff on the SD card, because the USB port can actually come loose, and I already told you. Oh, I should have bought that today as well. Like I said, it's a USB Type A adapter. That's what it's a USB Type A. That's what the USB port is. Here. See, it's a USB Type A. So I should have gotten that. Oh. I should have gotten that today at the store, but we didn't. We left empty-handed, but that's okay. But, and same with Mr. Personality. Here. Yeah, since we are using Mr. Personality. See? And I already told you that it's not micro USB or USB Type C. Well, it was 2007 or 2008, so and 2006 to 2007 and 2007 to 2008. So, 2006 to 2008. So what do you expect? But yeah. And also, Walmart was actually the same place. They also got the auxiliary cable, which they actually still did have. At the store, but we didn't get it because I already have one, and I already found another one, a much shorter one, and probably a much better one. Well, it is a much better one because it's smaller, but. Anyways. Let me just take the headphones off since we're going to be using them for today. So yeah, anyway, and I'd say, what do you do when you get an RS Media and Mr. Personality? Or, if Mr. Personality had other characters, besides Max Assignment, which he didn't, but, the thing is that when you get an SD card, don't put it correctly into the computer. What you do is you turn on the RS, you put the SD card inside of it, turn it on, and then wait for it to say booting, personality ROM, or system check. Or whatever. And also, yeah. And basically what would happen is, once he says that, then that means he's actually he turns on, that means he's actually read the card and assigned it to that partition. And it's going to give it all of the necessary files that it needs. But then go into the personality folder, or any of the folders, or the about section in the options folder. Well, depending on which version you have, which this is the 3rd generation version. So, for 3rd generation people, go into there, and if it shows you that on the amount of storage, if it's 88 to 968 megabytes, depending on, I have like 9% left on the SD card. So that means it's good, and you can put as much personalities on it as you can do a bunch of pictures, videos, audio, music, games, and, personalities. But, of course, I already told you that it only holds up to about 10 songs in the SD card. Because, like I said, it ruined, he put about 100 songs in the SD card, and that ruined all of his RS Media's music folder. So that's why, they'll just go to a blank screen. Like, after the first time you turn it on, when it goes to the WowWee Robo Sapien head, that's it. Like, you literally have to turn it off and turn it back on again. And he has to format it. But why would he want to do that? Because he already has all the personalities downloaded already. And some of them he can't get back, because it's not properly archived. That's just, but anyways, let's just Kick the Buddy. Or the Kick the Buddy, I'm really into that game. I really like that game so much, just Kick the Buddy. I love that game. I'm getting into that now. I've seen a lot of videos lately of that shit. Not real much of the other stuff that I'm into, but, not WowWee, but just the M&M stuff. I haven't seen that recently, which there was actually an M&M's candy dispenser, or, and I also saw there was a Jimmy item of M&M's recently that was a Valentine's Day version, but that shit is fucking dead to me. And I already told you that the items that they actually had at the Twice as Nice, or the Foundry, was the George W. Bush Pop Culture Big Head series. But I said, not even into those things, so those things suck. But anyways. So yeah, anyways, that's about it. And of course, like I said, it's gonna have the because if you do like I said, it works better with the SD card, because the USB port can actually come loose, and then you're gonna have a problem with its storage. Like I said, it's gonna cause data loss or corruption, and it will also do that if you do it in the middle of a voice memo. Yeah, but like I said, and it also causes like I said, if something goes wrong with the batteries, like if I has to do a little battery warning, the batteries in my feet need changing warning, then RS Media will actually cause a format error where he would erase everything. He'll erase all, like, how it is when it just has the RS Media folder in it. Like, that's what's gonna happen. Like, you go to the personality folder, and if it has RS Media on it, then that's it. You can actually put as much personalities on it as you want, depending on which version you have, which I'll explain later. But the thing is that here, what was I gonna say? No, if something goes wrong with the batteries, like I said, it will, like, the format error, and it will erase everything. It will erase all your pictures, videos, audio, music, games, and, personalities. And like I said, it'll get rid of everything, and it'll cause a complete factory overhaul. And the only thing that will be on there is just the original RS Media personalities. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, for the RS Media personalities, there's also a Heavy Metal, a Cedtronic, a Robo Joe, an AVGN, and a those personalities as well. Like I said, there's two versions of RS Media, two versions of Billy Joe Sapien, two Vivian Service Bots, and two Space Bots. Service Bot 3000 specifically. There's also Cyberbot, Cyberman, Darth Vader, Bugs Bunny, Cylon, Sparky Man Days, DDAS, Elmo Sapien, Vader Sapien, C-3PO, Robo Joe, as I mentioned, Cedtronic, AVGN, Robo Joe, Heavy from Team Fortress 2. There's a Robo CVV2 personality from the Robo community. There's three versions of the GLaDOS. Or the two versions of the GLaDOS and three versions of Bender. And there's an American Dad personality. There's a Stewie Griffin personality from Beastly Bot. There's a Jobot personality from Tinsky B, and then there's the Celebrity Bot, and then the so those are all the personalities that he has. And of course, with Mr. Personality, he only has Max and Simon. Oh, and there's also the Dr. Nobot, like I said, the booting personality ROM. At your command, master. There's that personality on it as well, which is pretty cool. So yeah, anyways, so let me get to the different so those are all the And there's also a RoboSafe V1 and a RoboQuad personality, also on RS Media as well. So yeah, anyways. So the differences between all, like I said, first generation models have the trash can, someone X across with the name on it. They have the tag on him. They got the trash can, someone X across it on the remote. On the user manual, they have the chippy biceps and different wires on them. And even if they have the plastic, anything that's orange that's gonna chip off, they have the sizzling noise with their eyes. They don't have a loud. They don't go to 3 separate screens when they boot up. They have a separate user folder, WowWee folder. They have a really loud system noise. They separate user folder, WowWee folder. They only auto-track human. They have the first generation personalities, first generation software, the tag, the different logo on the box, and what else? The placing of the ear microphones are actually different on the third generation one. It's more closer to the VGA colored camera. And then their heads are adjusted a lot more differently. So I already told you that there was actually a first generation RS Media upload on eBay, and it was okay, but so yeah. Anyways, and first generation ones have a problem doing the bodycon, the ninth bodycon with all the here. Let me see the battery percentage. All of the shift buttons. Shift left and right, and then the stop button right here. So watch all the shift buttons and then the stop button. That's what the first generation RS have a problem. And then they're actually the longest to start the dance button. Let's see, each generation RS Media actually takes an extended period of time to actually. So what their generations are how long they take to start the dance demo. So first generation is the longest, second generation is the second longest, and third generation, you would think third generation would be the third longest, but it's actually the first quickest. Just the quickest in general, which is pretty cool. So yeah, anyways, and then the ones that are most commonly gonna have the snapping neck and snapping fingers, the ear problem, and yeah, those are it. And it has the whole RS Media dance soundtrack, and they also have a bunch of WowWee stock photos, stock videos, and movies on them, which is pretty cool. I gotta check something real quick. This is the STHC. That's what this type of SD card is. Or SD card converter. And let me just get rid of this real quick. That's a super wide video. I saw it earlier. Or yesterday. What the hell? Okay, anyways, so that's about it. So now let's get to the joke now let's get to the Mr. Personality, joke. And I think there's, here. Okay, so here. I was just thinking of all the other things that so I think that's, here. So anyway, so let's go. Because I need to retake the Mr. Personality picture again, the thumbnail. Because I don't like how it turned out. So here, watch. I didn't know he was gonna boot up like that, so here.
Who could resist listening to a robot with a split personality? Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Nice to see you again.
Like I said, I really wish that this tripod could actually raise up a lot higher, but that's as high as I can actually get it, so you're gonna have to do. Well, my phone's not dead, so I just want to keep it constantly charged. which I could actually just hold it, but see then. So yeah, anyways, so here, let me just look up the randomizer. So here, let's do it. So here, watch.
Hey Simon, you know what might be fun? Let's tell a story of how we first got together. It's a pretty cute story.
And I said, oh, and I already told you that if you pause in between the dialogue when he's done finishing something, then, like, if you pause it, then you can actually get him doing that face without the pause bar popping up, which is really cool. I wish it was like that. Just like the, ooh, like the crystal ball says yes. Ooh, like that smiling, like that beautiful, adorable smiling expression that he did. Which was on the Mr. Personality Media Organizer, archived video from this Android 78 by BXTXC, or whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah, cute like a 6-week-old puppy with its foot caught in a hole.
But of course, if you just pause it normally when it's still saying something, then it's just gonna get so watch.
Yeah, cute like a 6-week-old Yeah.
See? You have to do when he's finished saying something, so he's not done yet, so here.
Oh, bless you for that.
Hey Simon,
I don't want it.
stop everything. Hey Simon.
I wanted to show you that real quick.
Let's tell a story of how we first got together. It's a pretty cute story.
See, look, you can actually pause it in between the dialogue, so you don't have to get that annoying freaking pause bar, which I really wish it was like that. And of course, on the Mr. Personality Features video, they did say that these rewind and fast forward buttons could actually make it to the point where it's actually like the emotes, like the chicken gum joke, but no, it's not. It just rewinds and fast forward animations. So that's like false advertisement, but that's okay. And then those like all sped up, like here, I could show you, but here. I'll show you it later if I even remember. And I could actually sync this up with a different video like I was doing yesterday, but I want to keep it the way it is. And do I have it? Oh, here, no, it resets every single time, because usually if I use this for an extended period of time, it actually, here. Say, I did this for when we were up in when we were up at the auto parts store, or Safeway, we were playing board games, and there was this, like, Go Fish, and I was trying to see which type of cards I need to give and with different fish on it, so I just randomized it, because I was afraid it was going to be a stupid decision, so yes. Alright, so let's try this. Well, this is completely different from the one I've done, but here, we can show you it right here. And I was also going to get another tripod at the store, but I didn't do that. That's perfect. That's good enough. So anyways, let's read this. Let's do this. And I also kind of wish that, I already told you that the one thing I actually kind of wish that Mr. Personality can actually do is you can actually see all of the stuff actually play out on the 2x3 full color LCD screen. But of course, this is their face, so that would be kind of weird, but I mean, of course, you can use the PC software and interchange them. And I also kind of wish it also came of a story. Like, it was like an audiobook. Or, like, that's what it is, like an audiobook. But it also came of, like, a picture book. I already told you that there should be other forms of media besides just the robots itself. Which there was the Cody the RoboSapien movie back in 2013. You know, the RoboSapien rebooted. But there should, like, I would like to see that. You know, somebody make, like, a picture book out of this. But of course, there's like 7,000 different 7 possible combinations with the, like, there's 3 parts of the story, and you have to say yes or no to trigger them. Or 3 to 4 different parts, probably 5 parts of the story. So that's about 7 types of combinations you can actually do.
Simon, you know what?
So here, watch.
Hey Simon, you know what might be fun? Let's tell a story of how we first got together. It's a pretty cute story.
So yeah, I'll have him explain
Cute like
everything.
a 6-week-old puppy with its foot caught in a hole.
I'll start. Before I came to work for WowWee, I had an important job as the
And I
central
would
processing
recite
chip
this, but
in
I
an
don't want to do
global
this.
satellite
So I'm just
positioning
having him
unit.
explain
A black
everything.
and
So
silver
I used this
striped
thing so
Hummer
much
with
that I
4
would
ribs
remember
and
every single
mahogany
thing about this
interior,
thing.
owned by a rapper by the name of DJ Protege. And
I know. Now onto the important stuff. I was once the cash distribution processor for an ATM located on the Strip in Las Vegas. All I did was dole out the life savings of poor slobs so they could walk across the street and blow it all in the casino. Some of the losers would come back 4, even 5 times a night until their balance was 0. Talk about job satisfaction.
Oh, that sounds awful. I think that my version of how we met is much nicer. Would you like to hear it?
Okay, so let's see what the randomizer wheel says. Okay, let's see what it says. And it's no. Okay, let's...
A wise choice, my friend.
Yeah. Well, that's a wise choice by the spinthewheel.io.
Credit ratings. It was just before dawn, and
It was
things were
really
slowing
them
down when the
that
pickup
was
truck
made the
arrived.
wise decision.
When the
Well,
two guys in
it's both
ski
of us,
masks
at least.
jumped out, I knew I was toast. There were a bunch of shrill noises, followed by an enormous jerk and a giant crashing sound. I knew I was going mobile. I felt some comfort in knowing that these schmucks would likely do some hard time.
Oh, yeah, honestly, when Mom actually thought, heard this story, she thought for a second he said, like, a bad word, like schmutz. Well, of course, I said this is, like, there's the, this is the thing about this robot where basically it's like, you know, he has, like, bartender jokes and sex jokes and penis innuendos and a bunch of adult jokes, like, tongue-in-cheek jokes. Like, it's a toy, kid's toy, but it has an adult edge to it. See, like, there's that staticky noise again from, like, it sounds like an Atari 2600 game. See, listen. That's another thing if you that happens when you pause in between the dialogue. My point is that this is like this robot has tongue-in-cheek jokes, but it's really meant for adults. Since you know, like the Always Brilliant Confetti video said, these jokes aren't particularly inappropriate. They're just jokes that kids are not gonna get.
Felt a tremendous collision.
So that's the thing
You'd
about
just
this
gone
robot.
head-to-head with a Hummer, and I found myself a part of a rubble heap.
See, but like, say, here, watch.
Say what you want about him.
Oh.
He saved our lives.
All right, I get the picture.
Hey,
I don't want to talk. Pay attention.
hey,
I
son.
said, I'm always afraid of Simon doing interrupts because I'm afraid he's going to say, he's a lame friend. Come on, Simon. Humans change their mind all the time. I changed my mind about you. You were dumber, I thought. Yee. I'm afraid of him saying that. But he did. He said, pay attention, Max. So here, watch.
You know what might be fun?
I have to do
Let's
this thing
tell a
all over
story
again.
of how we
And this is
first
why I
got
need to
together.
hold the
It's a
camera.
pretty
So here.
good story.
Yeah, cute like a 6-week-old puppy with its foot caught in a hole.
Start.
Plus, I was talking through half of this, so you might as well listen to this. And this is not an excuse just to make the video
in an
longer.
auto
This is
global
me actually
satellite
doing it.
positioning unit. A black and silver stretch Hummer with gold rims and mahogany interior. Owned by a rapper by the name of DJ Protege.
I know. Now onto the important stuff. I was once the cash
Well,
distribution
I don't need to spin the
processor
wheel
for
because I already
ATM
know the
located on
answer.
the Strip in Las Vegas.
So
All
when
I
is
did
it the
was dole
entirety
out
of the
life
story?
savings of poor slobs so they could walk across the street and blow it all in the casino. Some of the losers would come back 4, even 5 times a night until their balance was 0. Talk about job satisfaction.
Oh, that sounds awful. I think that my version of how we met is
I just
much
freaking love
nicer.
how he does.
Would you like to
I really
hear?
love how he does that freaking sideways expression. Or not that, like when he looks like here. When he looks left and right. I love how he does that. I'm still trying to look at myself in the camera, but here.
Oh, so I'm minding my own business, ruining marriages and destroying credit ratings.
But here, I gotta hold this up
It
real
was
quick.
just before dawn, and things were
Not really much of Simon when he does that sideways expression, but it's really Max. So I just love this.
I knew I was toast. There were a bunch of shrill noises, followed by an enormous jerk and a giant crashing sound. I knew I was going mobile. I felt some comfort in knowing that these schmucks would likely do some hard time.
And of course, that goes to show how much of like the type of. See, there's that staticky noise again. Sounds like someone's running, but that's the thing about Simon. Like, Max is supposed to be the excitable, extroverted, goofy, and positive character. While Simon is more of the grumbly, brainy, satirical, bossy type personality. Or like the here. I'll explain what the instruction manual says. Here, where did it go? Here, watch, look. I'll show you on the user manual. Look, Max is Simon, a dual personality. Max is an extroverted, integrated, positive character, while Simon is the grumbly, brainy, satirical alter ego. So I didn't even think that. I thought for a second that was something that the wiki actually says. about Mr. Personality. But no, that actually says on the user manual. Oh, here. So, anyways, back to the story.
I felt a tremendous collision. We had just gone head-to-head with a Hummer, and I found
But I gotta show you,
myself
here.
a part of a rubble heap.
See, look, there's a little bit of, like, there's a part where, like, his mouth disappears.
I'm gonna make him pay. Shall I go on?
Okay, better hurry up before it, quits on me. Like, it doesn't continue the story, like, if you leave it idling for so long. So, let's see what it says. And no again.
Mr. Bobo was in Las Vegas attending the Consumer Electronics Show. When he heard the crash, he came running like a knight in shining armor to rescue as many poor, lost electronic souls as he could. And as luck would have it, that included Simon and me.
To be relegated to a fate worse than death.
Oh, you never did appreciate Mr. Bobo.
And I never will.
But he's done so much for us.
Well, sure. That works for amateurs. Would you like to know how I think the story ends?
Okay, let's see what the spinthewheel.io thinks now. And it's no again, damn.
That's a good choice. His stories never end with, and they all lived happily ever after.
Of course they don't. It's a copyright infringement.
And yet we're still friends.
Define friends.
Come on, Simon. You know you would take a bullet for me.
If it hits you, it's hitting me, Max.
My pal.
Oh, and I already told you that kind of, like, his arm going extremely up like that kind of reminded me that time he was glitching out. Or basically his body would only move like, he would only move like that, but his arms went crazy up. Like, they would have broke itself almost. That's not the reason why this arm is broken. I already told you that it fell down the stairs and it knocked out the DC motor. So look, it still moves, but see, it still moves. It's just that it's short out. Like, it's short out. And that's the reason why I have tape on it, is I actually pulled off the arm completely so I could investigate why it's doing it. So I just put it back together. That's why I use this thing constantly. But then after that happened, I didn't use it anymore. So anyways, now I'll show you different...
Simon, I bet our human would like to hear about...
I guess I can show you the factory breakout story. Because there's actually another thing I want to tell you about the factory breakout.
Hilarious.
Okay, you want to hear that story? Just push yes if you want me to.
That would actually be kind of nice if I actually made this a live stream. But of course I can redo these videos and make them a live stream. So let's see. And yes, this time. Okay, let's see.
Okay, let me tell it, Max, since you seem to be confused on the facts.
I'm not confused, Simon. You said, hey, that door's open.
But
Let's
here,
make a
while
break
he's
right
reading
now."
this,
I
well,
said no such
he's
thing.
gonna have
What I
to
said was,
tell me to
hey,
prompt me to
they
say
let that
yes or
door
no
open,
to
so we can
continue
take
on
a
which
break.
story.
Why don't we
Which
hop
this
on
is
the
actually,
next
this is actually the one where they like shock each other. Like this is the one, well, or like the like ow. So you're taking his side now. Yay! Thanks, master. Or like that police was like, I'm afraid of doing that because that's the reason why he's gonna say I'm a lame friend.
assembly line and take a look around.
I know I said I'm not even affected by that stuff, but I always get afraid. It's just gonna embarrassing me.
Up there. That's how it started, anyway.
I can't wait to hear this.
I mean, it does say. I mean, you really should be lucky that you have such a fucking nice owner. Well, I mean, of course, you would much rather just break out of this house and then just freaking go explore the world. Or like the thing in the 2014 Hess Toy Truck 50th anniversary, the space truck and cruiser I was talking about earlier, the space cruiser with Scout. I was already talking about like it was like the secret feature has how it hides the Scouts, like go explore the moon, and then they said this little Scout, which doesn't really make sense because that's the cockpit or the driver's seat of the truck. How's the little human's gonna fit in there? So that's a very common problem with the oh, see, look, there's a part of a frame that cuts out. But no, you should really be lucky that you have such a nice fucking owner that loves and cares about you so much. Like, literally, you're not a real WowWee, you're not a true WowWee fan if you don't make fucking pictures of these damn things. Yeah, you're not a real WowWee fan if you don't do that shit. Yeah, so you should be glad you have such a nice owner like me. I mean, you always constantly keep on saying, please, give us something to do. You seem like an intelligent human. Or like you said in the fact features reel, or like the Max and Iron, now the big thing of Holtman and technology. Simon, technically there were only one robot. Alright, forgive me. It's like this mind is that I'm trapped inside of this thing with you for 24 hours a day. I agree that we put our best foot down. We don't have any feet. He's right, folks. Oh, brother, please give us something to do. You seem like an intelligent human. And there's another thing that he says as well, but, wait, what's the other thing? Hold on. I'm thinking really hard of it. It's like he's talking nice to me or something. Probably you're thinking, well, gee, maybe he has nothing nice to say to you, but, what is it? Here, I better, it's eventually gonna do the intro, so try to get my attention, so. Damn, what is it? Oh, wait, hold on. Well, no, that's the thing, like, he's like, this human, well, isn't so bad. It could be worse. Now you're talking, Simon, you idiot.
So when we got on
Yeah, now you're talking, you idiot. Fuck you for talking.
I noticed there was a guy.
And that's actually a world record. I haven't went in the entire, Jesus. That's like a world record. Like, I've went, like, this entire, wait, I haven't really checked. I haven't went this entire video without cursing yet, so that's really cool.
Fishing near the river.
Well, besides, like, crap, shit, bitch, or, like, crap, oh my god, or any just minor little swear words or whatever.
And you want to hear what this guy said?
Kind of wish I didn't do that. So here, watch. So let's see what the spin of wheel.io. Wow, I know that probably boosted up this coolness of this video like 50 tops, like infinity by me cursing, because that's probably the only reason why I watch this, because you like to see a 15-year-old fucking curse when I'm not even old enough to be doing this.
Good choice. It was too pathetic to repeat. So after we took that guy's spare fishing rod, we would have rolled downriver and caught 2 fish. Then we'd find a bridge and cast the rod like a grappling hook. We'd hold onto the rod, reel it in, and drop into the first boat that
Oh, here, let me just split screen this. Here.
Why were we supposed to take the fish with us?
Apparently fish are worth something, or humans wouldn't spend so much time catching them, Max. You gotta have money in the big city, and after selling those babies, we would have been able to buy enough batteries to last a lifetime.
I still don't get what fish are for.
Oh, brother.
I'm glad they caught us instead.
Okay, let's ask our human. Are fish worth a great deal of money, or what? Yes or no?
Okay, so let's see what the spin the wheel.io says. And the snow again.
Ha ha.
You mean humans spend hours and hours fishing and it's all just a waste of time?
Hey, if humans didn't waste their time, we'd be out of a job, Simon.
I guess you're
I mean, that's kind of ironic because they did say, hey, it's not easy spending hours of entertainment for the masses. Well, you really fucking succeeded that shit. You fucking are perfect. These robots are fucking perfect as shit. I love these damn things. Despite some of the problems that Mr. Person has, how he doesn't have a dance spine or roaming, he has direct control mode. He just doesn't have an autonomous mode. It would be like a guard mode, as he said in the factory seal. And they don't have it doesn't have a mini robot. Like Artist Media, like it seems like Mr. Personality is the only robot in WowWee that doesn't have a dance spine, a guard mode, the prototype did. The flinch detection, like the yikes, the IR radar, basically when you come up to it. I guess it's kind of like like guard sensors, that's how the trigger did, or the greet mode kind of, like basically when you walk past it, then it greets you, or like it's like trying to be all welcoming, like welcome home, master, but no, you're, oh hey, you're breaking the premises, or like, you've broken the perimeter, or like they're acting all welcoming, but then they're just gonna freaking taunt you and then try get out of here. Or like they said, coming into your brother's room or like your room while your siblings are fucking stealing your comic books or whatever.
But the plan would have worked except for the fish part.
Okay, so there's that, but there's something I want to tell you about the factory breakout story. Here.
Hey, Simon,
But let's do the next story.
what might
Let's
be
do
fun?
another.
Let's tell a story of how we first got together. It's a pretty
Get to
cute
skip it till
story.
we get to the next part, but
Yeah.
just for
Seemed
people
like
who
a
just tuned in.
6-week-old puppy with its foot caught in a
All start. Before I came to work for WowWee, I had an important job as the central processing chip in an auto global satellite positioning unit. A black and silver stretch Hummer with gold rims and mahogany interior, owned by a rapper by the name of DJ Protege.
I know. Now on to the important stuff. I was once the cash distribution processor for an ATM located on the
And
strip
then,
in
oh, I'm
Las
just
Vegas.
split screening
All I
this.
did
Like I
was
said,
dole
I
out
could
the
actually
life savings of
cycle,
poor
you know,
slobs so
say
they could
yes.
walk
Like I said,
across
this
the
really
street
should
and
have
load
been a
pearl at the
live stream,
casino.
but it's
Some
not.
of the losers would come back 4, even 5 times a night.
But for some reason, when I did actually do a live stream earlier. When I had my old channel about the Dish Network and DirecTV Genie and Hopper competition with the Mattel toys interpretive, but it actually got taken down. Like, I don't know if I got copyright claims, but when I looked at all my videos, it wasn't there. So I don't know what happened to it. I guess I got copyright claimed or something. So that's why I don't want to do this. And of course, I can take a video. Well, it needs to be a live. It's a live stream, so it's live. So you can't just take a video you made, export it. You know, you could just like make it a reaction video, but I don't want to do that because I'm afraid it's gonna get lost. But here,
Until their balance was 0. Talk about job satisfaction.
and I could make
That
here.
sounds awful. I think that my version of how we met is much nicer. Would you like to hear it?
Oh, and here comes Mom. Mom's coming upstairs right now. But okay, no again. Okay, let's do yes. Let's see.
A wise choice, my
Yeah, let's
friend.
just do it again.
So I'm minding
So I feel
my
like
own
it's just
business,
me all
ruining
no.
marriages and destroying credit ratings. It was just before dawn, and things were slowing down when the pickup truck arrived. When the 2 guys in ski masks jumped out, I knew I was toast. There were a bunch of shrill noises, followed by an enormous jerk and a giant crashing sound. I knew I was going mobile. I felt some comfort in knowing that these schmucks would likely do some hard time.
What?
And then I felt a tremendous collision. We had just gone head-to-head with a Hummer, and I found myself a part of a rubble heap.
Oh, here, it's right here.
Say what you want
Did
about
it
him.
work?
He saved
No,
our
it did.
lives.
And someday I'm gonna make him pay.
So I wanted to keep
Shall I
it.
go on?
But why?
Okay, so let's continue this. All right.
So I have a text message.
Said I better do it in the nick of time because, like I said, if you don't leave him for like 3 minutes, then he'll just or 20 seconds or 30 seconds, then he's just okay.
Mr. Bobo was in Las Vegas attending the Consumer Electronics Show. When he heard the crash, he came running like a knight in shining armor to rescue as many poor, lost electronic souls as he could. And as luck would have it, that included Simon and me.
To be relegated to a fate worse than death.
Oh, you never did appreciate Mr. Bobo,
And I never will.
but he's done so much for us.
Well, sure. That works for amateurs. Would you like to know how I think the story ends?
Okay, let's see if it's gonna be Hey, what do you think it's gonna land on? Yes or yeah? It's gonna be no again. So let's just do yes this time.
Say goodnight, Max.
Good night, Max. And yet we're still friends.
Define friends.
Come on, Simon. You know you would take a bullet for me.
If it hits you, it's hitting me, Max.
My pal.
I still want to do. I want to try doing it in a different. I just really wish I could actually project. I really just feel like just taking this TV or I don't know. I just really wish I could actually just project what's going on the computer and plug it into here. But because I don't know. I can still do the video and Mom's up here. It's just she's just gonna be complaining. She's just gonna be complaining about how loud I am. I can't control the sound of my voice. Like it's probably your voices that are making me sick. Probably. Well, you're just jealous you're not having that such a beautiful, luxurious voice. Then
Hey, go get me that charging thing. That's up by the TV in my room. Please.
what's charging thing? The power brick?
Yes, the power brick.
Yeah, here.
Sorry. Can you plug this in? Because I think that's a charger. But that's not the same one from downstairs. Is it? Yeah, it is.
No, I have the one that's from downstairs. Okay.
Here,
So anyways,
plug
let's-
this in.
Well, you know, I think we can actually still do it in here. It's just I don't want to disturb my parents if they want to watch TV. But maybe that if you have any questions maybe you have any questions about the video in hand, then I'll answer them for you. It was like a Q&A almost, which I mean I could still like I guess this is my live stream basically. Like I'll have my parents ask all the questions. I know probably it's gonna be like, why are you making the video so long? Why are you just talking about nonsense? Why are you just not making good videos or anything like that? But anyways, back. Oh, well, Mom's gonna want the Xbox turned on, but I want to wait for a little bit. So, here, let's do the next story.
Hey,
Well, there's only 2 stories, but of course, like I said, that's the thing where basically, if WowWee actually was more actually completed this robot, like I said, with all of the 4 other demos that were on the media organizer and from Android 78, it seems like it was actually way more complete than the actual Mr. Personality that came out. Like they rush jobbed this. Of course, they just needed something to come out just for the holiday. Well, it was yeah. Well, the summer. Well, yeah. It was just something to come out just for the holiday season. Just the type of year, or 2008 specifically. But this, it says it was like I said, the 2007 days just when he started creating it. That's the thing about these robots. That's a very common. That's a very common business practice among the toy industry. They like to mention the year that these robots products were created rather than the year they were actually made. So they were actually made the previous year. Like let's just say something was made in 2010 or 2009. Then when it was made, it was 2008. So the 2009 is just when they actually released it. So they kept these things in production, or they kept working on it for another year until they released it. Or I don't know.
I bet our human would like to hear about when we made a break for it from the factory.
I don't want to talk about that.
It was hilarious.
Okay, you want to hear that story?
Okay, and
Just
yes.
Yes, if you want me to tell it instead of Max.
Push no. Let me tell it. It's funnier the way I tell it.
Okay, let me tell it, Max, since you seem to be confused on the facts.
I'm not confused, Simon. You said,
Okay,
hey,
so while
that's
he's
awesome.
talking,
Let's make
here.
a break for it and
I really need a chair. I don't want to kneel or just do
Let
this.
that door open so we can take a break. Why don't we hop down for this assembly line and take a look around out there? That's how it started anyway.
Oh shit.
I can't wait to hear this.
So when we got outside, I noticed there was a guy fishing near the river. And you want to hear what
Might as well
the guy said?
might as well the entire story might as well be all yes or all no, but I want to just shuffle it every single time because it's the same outcome, but let's do yes this time.
He said, we're gonna get in trouble.
And I know, and you probably know how the story. Well, I mean, like I said, with there being the 3 to 4 different parts of the story with the yes or no, and then there's 7 different combinations of things you can actually make. So this is, you probably already know how the story ends, or all of the things about Mr. Personality. This is just my own version of it, and this is just for people who don't know about the robot, or just mostly just wanted to show you the origin story. But I wanted to show you here.
Let's just ask Simon. Do you actually believe Simon was planning that?
So yeah, let's see. And no. Well, let's just say yes, because I'm pretty sure it's going to say that he's a Wayne friend.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is, why were we taking the fish?
And basically, what happens if he said no? Is he said, hey, you didn't have any plans. You just made that all up. Okay, so there's that. And now let's...
Hey, Simon, you know what might be fun? Let's tell a story.
I don't think I'm actually going to be able to look up the address.
It's a pretty cute story.
Yeah, cute like a 6-week-old puppy with its foot caught in a
I'll start. Before I came to work for WowWee, I had an important job as the central processing chip in an auto global satellite positioning unit. A black and silver stretch Hummer with gold rims and mahogany interior, owned by a rapper by the name of DJ Protege. And
I know. Now onto the important stuff. I was once the cash distribution processor for an ATM located on the Strip in Las Vegas. All I did was dole out the life savings of poor slobs so they could walk across the street and blow it all in the casino.
No, I'm not done. Wait, you mean in here?
Even 5 times a night until their balance was 0. Talk about job satisfaction.
oh, that sounds awful. I think that my version of how we met is much nicer. Would you like to hear it?
What? What is it? What?
I want that TV.
All right.
Oh, great.
Well, I gotta keep them in 7.50 power supply, because if I... Well, yeah, you know what? Let's leave, because here.
Not to be mean.
It's just like, so you just don't like the body of Mr. Personality, and you just don't like me talking so loud.
Yeah, I don't know why you're talking about it. I don't know why you can't just be like, hey guys, it's me.
I can't fucking help it.
Yes, you can. Don't come walking out and banging stuff. Can you stop doing that in your room?
What banging stuff?
Every time you go in there, you like slam. It sounds like you're slamming drawers and stuff.
Wait, you mean the artist we did doing the side-to-side thing?
Yeah.
Like, stomping on the floor? The only reason why he does that is just he's resetting his spring holders.
I know, but it's loud. It sounds like you're banging the floor or hitting something just because it's on
the table.
Yeah.
And that's why you don't like me using these things on hardwood floors, because you're afraid it's going to scrape it up. I mean, I don't know. I really want to try. I really just want to try. Damn it. Hold on. No, I really just want to I don't know. It's just I want people to be able to see what the randomizer is doing. Because I can't just choose a point. Like, I'm just afraid that they're going to turn on me or, take revenge. And of course, if it's mostly Simon, because I'm afraid he's going to say that he's a lame friend thing. Which he has, like I said, every single time that Simon chimes in doing the interrupts, and I'm afraid he's doing exactly that, but he's not. Like I said, they shuffle the different types of phrases, so it's that thing where basically every single time you use these robots, it's different. Like I said, it has instant replay value, not just some novelty item that's only used for holiday use and only used for 1.50 seconds, and then you just put it away in storage and never use it again. Jemmy. Now let's get some music going on here. And it's perfect because it's on my For You page. So the Rocketeer song, Rocketry by Dana Songs.
Do you know what a For You page is?
Yeah, it's videos that are for me. Like they see all the videos that I watch and then finding the same pair that are going to be in my type, my type of videos. Right?
I thought it was a Facebook page.
What Facebook page?
I thought that's what a For You page was.
No, it's on YouTube as well. But yeah, I gotta find the Rocketry song real quick. Oh yeah, and this battery. Wait, can I charge this computer or not? I think I might have unplugged it. Wait, right? No, I took it. Okay. I think it might have just been a power outage, maybe. And since I'm actually into the Kick It Buddy stuff, I was actually listening to the dun 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 dun. I was listening to the original soundtrack. I don't know what the song's called. Or the dun 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 dun. I was listening to that yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. Okay. And this additional sheet on this bed keeps flying off. Yes? Better not